This is the Eastern Business Report, where we look at the business ecosystem in the Eastern region and discuss topics affecting the region's economy. But first, let's take a look at some of the major business and development stories making headlines across the Southeast, beginning first from Anambra State, where the government of Anambra State in southeastern Nigeria has signed a Memorandum of Understanding with Dhahran Techno Valley Holding Company, a Saudi Arabia-based science and technology hub, to deepen collaboration in research, innovation, and entrepreneurship. The agreement, facilitated through the State Solution Innovation District, was signed during a high-level innovation engagement in Beijing, according to a statement on Saturday by Anambra State Commissioner for Information, Dr. Law Meffo. The partnership aims to accelerate innovation-driven economic growth while strengthening technology collaboration between Africa and the Middle East, where under the MOU, SEED and DTVC will work together on several strategic initiatives, including joint startup accelerator programs, venture building initiatives, and co-investment frameworks targeting high-potential startups and emerging technologies. The collaboration will also promote knowledge exchange, research and development partnerships, and the commercialization of technological innovations. The Chief Executive Officer of the Solution Innovation District and Special Advisor to the Anambra State Governor on Innovation and Business Incubation, Chinwe Okoli, described the agreement as a significant step for Nigeria's innovation ecosystem, adding that international partnerships are critical to enabling innovators to scale solutions and access global markets. Still from Anambra State, where plans by electricity consumers in Anambra State, southeastern Nigeria, to stage a protest over prolonged power outages and rising electricity tariffs have been put on hold after security agencies warned that the demonstration could pose safety risk. The protest, originally scheduled for Saturday, March 14, was organized by the Electricity Consumers' Rights Network and spearheaded by consumer rights advocate Osita Obi. Speaking to journalists on Friday in Awka, the state capital, Obi said the action had been suspended rather than cancelled after consultations with security agencies and the Anambra State government, dismissing claims circulating on social media that he had been bribed to halt the protest. According to him, the Nigerian police force, the Department of State Service, and the state government advised that the protest could be hijacked by criminal elements, particularly as the state prepares for the governor's inauguration on March 17. The planned protest was organized by electricity consumers under the Electricity Consumers' Rights Initiative and Electricity Consumers' Rights Network to draw attention to growing frustration among residents over erratic power supply and high estimated billing. However, many consumers have said the condition have deteriorated despite the introduction of premium electricity tariffs under Nigeria's Band A category, which is intended to guarantee longer hours of daily power supply. As a complaint also followed the recent transition of electricity distribution operations in the state to First Power, a subsidiary of the Enugu Electricity Distribution Company. Obi therefore urged residents to attend the town hall meeting scheduled by First Power on March 18th, where electricity consumers will be able to question the companies directly about the ongoing power situation. Now from Afia State, where the governor of Afia State, Dr. Alex Oti, has said the state is ready to sign a Memorandum of Understanding with Presco PLC, a market leader in oil production and processing in Nigeria and Ghana, to invest in oil production in Afia State worth $200 million. Governor Oti stated this in his office while receiving in audience a delegation from the Presco PLC led by its chairman, Olakemi Rashid Sarumi. Governor Oti said that the next step would be the preparation and signing of a Memorandum of Understanding between the state government and Presco PLC to formalize the partnership before proceeding to flag off the project. The governor acknowledged the state's strong agricultural heritage and noted that plantation agriculture remains a viable pathway for economic expansion and job creation in Nigeria. The state chief executive stated that the proposed 14,000 hectares of plantation development could serve as a starting point, given Abia's favorable topography and fertile land capable of delivering high agricultural yields, adding that the state government is committed to supporting investments that create opportunity, boost GDP, and positively impact the local economy. Governor Uti further assured that his government is determined to restore Abia State to the golden era of the late Michael Obara, when oil palm production was the economic backbone of the then eastern region. Still from Abia State, where the Abia State Governor, Dr. Alex Oti, says he will only partner with competent companies in the management of moribund industries acquired by the state. Governor Oti recently stated this in his office during a meeting with the management team of Nippo Energies, a company with interest to manage the Afro beverages, one of the moribund industries the state government recently acquired from the Asset Management Corporation of Nigeria. Governor Oti explained that the capacity and competence of any prospective investor will be a major factor that will be considered in selecting partners to manage moribund industries recently reacquired by the Abia State government. The governor, who noted that the state government was being meticulous in selecting investors in order to avoid a repeat of past experiences where industries were revived only to collapse again. He explained that the state government did not acquire the industries to run them directly, but to revive them and hand them over to a competent private sector to manage. Governor Oti further revealed that the revival of those industries was aimed at creating job opportunities, saying that unemployment is a major driver of crime and criminality. Still from Abia State, as the Abia State government has urged contractors handling the execution of its project to adhere strictly to standard practice in order to deliver quality projects to the state. The Director General of the Abia State Project Implementation Bureau, Mr. Onyeyewosu, gave the charge while speaking during the closing of a two-day capacity building workshop on quality assurance, professional site supervision, and improved project delivery. The workshop was organized by the state government for contractors and other stakeholders in project execution in ministries, departments, and agencies, and held in Umuahia. The Director General also explained that the training was designed to strengthen the processes that guide government projects from conception to completion. He further charged participants to take the knowledge gained during the workshop back to their respective organizations and serve as advocates for quality in public service, thereby ensuring that high standards are sustained across government institutions. Steve from Abia State, the Abia Think Tank Association has announced plans to hold its 2026 symposium in Lagos on March 24th, 2026, with a focus on evaluating the southeastern states' preparedness to take advantage of Nigeria's evolving economic landscape. The event scheduled to take place at Bola Memorial Hall, Mobola J. Bank and Thorny Way, Ikeja, Lagos, near Sheraton Hotels, would commence at 11 a.m. prompt, as the governor of Abia State, Alex Chioma Oti, is expected to attend as chief guest of honor. In a statement signed by the president of ATTA, Sam Ohabonwa, the association said the symposium would hold under the theme Renewed Nigeria's Economic Resurgency. Is Abia Prepared? According to the statement, The gathering would examine how Abia State can position itself to benefit from Nigeria's ongoing economic reforms, investment inflows, and growth opportunities. And away from Abia State, the Nigerian Navy has intensified its crackdown on crude oil theft and illegal bunkering, destroying a reactivated illegal refinery site in Rivers State and intercepting suspected stolen petroleum product in Calabar. The Director of Naval Information, Captain Abiodun Florosho, disclosed these in a statement released on Sunday in Abuja. Florosho said personnel of the Nigerian Navy ship operating under Operation Delta Sentinel destroyed a reactivated illegal refinery site at Kolomade community in Abua Adua local government area of Rivers State. He said the action followed credible intelligence that a previously dismantled illegal refining site had resumed operations as an anti-crude oil theft team deployed to the location discovered that the dismantled refining oven had been reconstructed. According to him, personnel of the Nigerian Navy ship Victory in another operation intercepted about 3,950 liters of suspected stolen petroleum product at the Nigerian Port Authority area in Calabar, Cross River State. He said the interception was based on credible intelligence on suspected siphoning of petroleum products from vessels berthed at the port at the Naval Patrol team swiftly deployed to the area and traced the illegally siphoned product to a trailer packed within the port facility. And finally, from Rivers State, Siminalayi Fubara, the Rivers State governor, has assigned portfolios to the 5 commissioners sworn in as members of the State Executive Council on Wednesday. Luko Kenneth was assigned Finance and Budget, Temple Warfare Works, Tonya Belgam, Special Duties, Peters Wago, Education, and Edward Hutt, Urban Development and Physical Planning. The assignment of portfolios comes against the backdrop of widespread calls for accelerated development in the state. Chibuike Rotimi Amechi, former governor of Rivers State, had last week described the prevalence of refuse heaps across the Port Harcourt metropolis as a sign of failure of governance. However, Fubara, while swearing in the commissioners at the Government House, Port Harcourt, had charged them to be prepared to give their best to the service of the state. He said that having passed through one of the most rigorous screening exercises, the commissioners were already deemed fit and ready to serve as members of the State Executive Council.